this might go very well together with the Phantom Knights that we just read. Because to me, that's looking like an Overframe Dark Requiem, Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Which it looks so good. Holy shit. But that could seriously be very good with the Phantom Knights that we just read. So that's gonna make that deck probably a lot better. That is the last Zark piece. Maybe the new Zark soon. Maybe. I don't know. They could. Dude. I mean, it would be sick if did they give an Overframe to every Zark piece? Because that would kind of make an Overframe Zark really cool. What are the Zark pieces? Is clearing one of them? I know very little about lore. What are the Zark pieces? So it's Arc Rebellion, Odd Eyes, Clearwing, Starving Venom, and Dark Rebellion. Okay. Right, yeah, they did make Overframe Odd Eyes, they did make Overframe Clearwing, they did make Overframe Starving Venom, and now it's Overframe Dark Rebellion. So what's the effect? Josh needs to learn Japanese. It would be very helpful in times like these, yeah. You can only use... Okay, hold up. Well, I'm gonna do something that can never go wrong. I'm gonna take the effect that someone posted in Twitch chat right now, because clearly that's going to be correct. You can only use each of the following effects. 1 and 2 once per turn. 1. If this card is special summoned, you can target an equal number of cards on each field, destroy them. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can detach a material from this card, special summon a rank 4 Dark XYZ monster using this card as material. This is treated as an XYZ summon, transfer its materials. It's also a Phantom Knight? Ooh. So, I mean, if that effect is correct, the part of if this card is special summoned, you can target an equal number on both fields and destroy them is really powerful, because one of the new Phantom Knights gives you the ability to quick XYZ, right? And then you can summon it on the opponent's turn. It's mostly correct. Also, it is treated as a Phantom Knight card. Okay. What are the Exceed materials on it? Does it need to be like is it any 2 level 4s? Is it 2 level 4 darks? Is it 2 Phantom Knights? What is the requirement? 2 darks? Okay. 2 level 4 darks. I mean, that is a great card going second into boards, which is something I feel like Phantom Knights were lacking. I mean, they had Breaksword, but like Breaksword is fine, but Breaksword into this is crazy. And you can summon it going first on your opponent's turn with the effect of the trap in the graveyard. It's a really good endboard piece, right? And then the second part of the effect is when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, detach a material, special summon a rank 4 Dark XYZ using this card you control. So it's just like it ranks up alone as the only material. Is that how it's worded? Is it like your opponent activates like Magnifica basically, right? You respond to your opponent and then you rank up alone into something else. That's good. Oh god, that's good. That is really good. You can summon another copy? Yes. But it is once per turn, so like you would hard summon it on your first turn and then rank up into another one. That you could do that, yeah. You can dodge negates. That is good because you can, yeah, when you summon this into a board and your opponent imperms it, you just run away. Right? That card is crazy. Dude, Phantom Knights might be back. Phantom Knights might unironically be back with this card. That is kind of crazy. Summon Ophion. In some matchups, yes. Unironically, in some matchups, this could summon Ophion. Like, this has some crazy potential, actually. Like, if your opponent is playing a deck that's mostly reliant on big monsters, bro, your opponent activates Rahu, Draco Tail, Chain, go into Ophion. GG's. Your opponent activates Mitsurugi Ritual, Chain, go into Ophion. GG's. Send Mululu, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you. No. I'm not gonna argue with you. That's on you. You gotta make that. Yeah, no. I give up. All right, we have another Overframe that was revealed yesterday. Galaxy Eyes Photon Change Dragon. So this is from the Limit Over Collection, The Rivals. This is the last Galaxy Eyes card. And it is a level 8 light dragon. 3000 attack, 2500 defense. You can only special summon with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. You can special summon this card from your hand by tributing 2 face-up monsters on either field with 2000 or more attack, including, oh, 1 monster you control. Okay. During the main phase quick effect, you can banish this card, special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck or grave. Then you can banish one opponent's monster, special summon from the extra deck until the end phase. That card is neat. It doesn't seem that crazy to me, though. Galaxy Eyes Kaiju. This card is significantly weaker than a Kaiju, I think. For the simple reason that one of the main things that is good about Kaijus, and even Kaijus are outdated, but one of the main things that makes these cards kind of good is that you can start your turn off by immediately tributing your opponent's most important monster, right? The fact that you do need to tribute your own monster is bad for this, right? Because it means, not only does it mean you lose a card yourself, which is whatever, but like it means you have to play, you have to establish some kind of board presence before you can do this. It's not bad because I think Galaxy Eyes is very good at getting monsters with 2000 attack out, you know, and it makes it so that your opponent has to like respect this card a lot. As soon as you have one monster on the board, you could tribute their stuff. It's something they will always have to consider. But like, it is significantly weaker than if you could just tribute your opponent's monster immediately, right? So the Kaiju aspect of this card is okay. It also does, it's the kind of thing where like if you have this card in your deck, all of a sudden you have a much better matchup into stuff like Lunalight, for example, which is valuable. The on-field effect is neat. Yeah, the on-field effect is neat. It's cool because if you summon it going first, which that's the bigger problem, is like, how do you summon this card going first? Do you really, is it ever worth to tribute 2 of your own monsters for this? I don't think so. This card seems like it's only useful going second, because going first is just terrible, right? You can summon it off of Schwarzschild. Yeah, but is that good? Is that so good to summon it and then leave it on the field? The Overframe can summon it. Yeah, it feels like a one-of to me. It doesn't feel like a bad card. It's just that when I'm looking at Overframes these days, I'm expecting a little bit more, because some of the other Overframes have genuinely felt like custom cards, like really good, and this one's just like all right. I feel like it's not bad though. Maybe it's unfair because all of the other ones have been so good that I'm expecting too much. Because like, yeah, the other Overframes have been much more custom than this. But this one's okay. It's not a bad card. And it does look good. So it's fine, I think. Okay. Rise once more. Red Nova Dragon Burning Soul. Oh, it looks good. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's kind of like the basic requirement for all of these Overframes. They all look good. But this one, it does look good. You still gotta say it, you know? Okay. Scar Red Nova Dragon Burning Soul, or Red Nova Dragon Burning Soul, level 12 Dark Dragon Synchro Monster, 3500 attack, 3000 defense, materials, 2 tuners and a non-tuner, must be either a synchro summon or special summon from your extra deck by banishing 2 tuners and a Red Dragon Archfiend from your graveyard. Okay, that is going to be basically free in a Red Dragon Archfiend deck. Alright, that is basically free. You can only use the first effect of this card's name during a duel. You synchro summon Red Dragon Archfiend and only once that duel. Okay, so it's only like if you somehow cheat a Red Dragon Archfiend into your graveyard, that you will not give this effect, right? You will not have it. If this card is special summoned, you can add 1 card from your grave to your hand, and if you do, this card gains any card. Oh, okay, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay, that's good, I think. This feels like a good card to me in Red Dragon Archfiend. We Harmonia again. I mean, this is like this reminds me of the Diabelle's Synchro from White Forest, where it just adds a spell back from your grave. That has some really, really strong implications, like adding back stuff like Caught by the Grave or Ash Blossom or whatever after you negated your opponent's hand traps, which is going to be very fun. But just in general, the fact that it's any card, also the fact that it's paired with like a free contact fusion, right? This is something that you could use in like a Red Dragon Archfiend combo deck to also play around Nibiru, is you could just never make it. You just do your normal combo, and if you get Nibiru, you have a way to make a 3500 thingy for free that also is, it's going to be 5500, right? It's going to be 5500, can't be destroyed by card effects, and adds a card back from your grave. All that you do after you get Nibiru'd, because you have the materials for this in your grave anyways if you're comboing, right? But like, I think that's going to be the strongest thing about this card is when you play it, and this is where it actually helps a combo deck like Red Dragon Archfiend, right? Is if you just never plan on summoning it, and you hold it in your extra deck as a resource to keep playing after you get interrupted, right? After you go into Nibiru, after you get Nibiru'd, you just have this to keep going, right? Also follow up as well, right? Like if your board ever gets broken, if they ever manage to break through, next turn, just start it off by going into this guy, 5500 attack, add back a card from your grave, right? I think this card is really strong. I think this card is better than like some next fancy endboard piece or next fancy starter for Red Dragon Archfiend, because I feel like, at least from a perspective of someone who's played, I've played against Red Dragon Archfiend, I haven't played it myself a lot, but like, I don't think it needed more like endboard pieces or more starters. I feel like it had those already, I feel like. But like an alternative thing to go into after your board gets broken, or a way to play through Nibiru, I think is something that the deck actually wanted, right? And that's something this card is good for. And I like it because this gives a deck a way to play around Nibiru that isn't just like, oh, contact synchro into this, or contact fuse, or whatever you want to call it, and then negate the Nibiru, because that's lazy, that's boring, right? I don't want people to just summon ways to negate the hand trap, but a way to keep playing after you get nipped, a way to not end on nothing after you get nipped. I think that's cool, right? Because the Nibiru will still do something against Red Dragon Archfiend, right? Like it'll still take away a lot of the board, but the fact that they can still play after is definitely good. That's good. Red Lotus King sends any trap to grave, and then this adds it back. Yeah, it has some. I guess this is the flip side. It has some really broken potential if you find a way to send a certain card from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can just add it back to your hand for free, right? Like if you have any sort of ability in the deck to send any trap from deck to grave or something like that, then yeah, this could be searching any sort of like floodgate traps when you're going first, or whatever, right? So yeah, for sure that could be a problem. But in that case, I would say, well, get rid of the trap cards, right? Like get rid of, if someone is searching whatever auto-win trap card there is, then chances are that trap shouldn't exist in the first place, right? But I think this card in itself is pretty cool still. Maybe they could have made it add a card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from your grave to your hand. That way you can still add back follow-up or whatever, but you can't add stuff like Called By, Ash Blossom, or Floodgate traps back to your hand. Maybe that would have been cooler. But all things, like the concept of this card, I think is still pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, what more do you want? It looks sick. It actually helps the deck in a meaningful way, but it's not like a crazy endboard piece or something that negates hand traps or whatever. So I'm cool with that. That seems like a cool card. I'm down. And that is the final Red Dragon Archfiend overframe. We'll go over all of these overframes once everything is revealed. I guess we should make a discussion on like which archetype gets the best overframes, and what about the power level of these cards in general. Like maybe did they overtune these a little bit? I want to postpone that discussion until we have all of them, right?